Hello, welcome to RC Video Reviews. Today we're going to find out just how effective these LiPo battery bags are. Alright guys, we're going to run a little experiment. I just recently got a LiPo bag for a Go bag, and I thought about finding out before I rely on them what they're capable of. That's what we do with the airplanes, right? We fly them around, we see what they're capable of before we count on them. So I wanted to do the same thing with a LiPo bag. And what I did is I just bought two generic copies off Amazon. The first bag is intended to be a pouch with very little space inside. So my objective with this one is very little air gap. That's what I was aiming for. And on this bag, the intention was to have a bag that did have some air inside to help feed the fire. So my goal here is to assess whether or not the air gap makes any practical difference at all, and to find out just how well these bags contain a LiPo fire. In order to initiate the fire, what we're going to do is I printed these little 3D nail mounts. So we have a nail. We're just going to drop that in the top right there, and we're going to use a piece of wood and drive the nail through the battery and see what happens. So the idea for the test is to do one control. We're going to launch this one and get it going first and just see what it does in terms of creating a fire, so you have an idea, and we want to make sure the system works. Then we'll move on to the pouch, and then finally the bigger bag. We also have a fire extinguisher ready on the standby just in case some debris get away, and we've got a hose ready to go as well. And I've built a little fire pit to try and keep everything kind of contained in one spot for our test.
And the hose is actually not to put out any fire that has anything to do with the lithium batteries themselves. Anything that may catch on fire around it, because you can't put these out with water.
Right, exactly. So we didn't, yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
And the other thing I want to say about the test is that all batteries are charged to peak from 4.2 volts per cell, thereabouts, 4.17, 4.18. They're somewhere up there near peak. And on the big bag, I just wanted to do a generic flight mix. So I've got a 6-cell 5000, a 4-cell 2200, and a couple 3-cell 2200s in there. So just a generic flight mix like you'd have if you were actually going to the field. In this bag, I've got two 4-cell 2200s, so two 4-cell 22s in this one.
So another thing we want to mention is that lithium polymer fires, technically you can't put them out unless you remove one of the ingredients for the fire.
Yep.
Now you can control them a little bit, you can mitigate them, you can buy yourself some time. So that's what the extinguisher is for, just to buy yourself some time, because we cannot really put it out. You'll put it out, but they'll reignite again. Yeah. The best way to put the lithium battery fire out is to eliminate one of the components, and that would be suffocated, like throwing dirt on top of it or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So the fire triangle used to be fuel, oxygen,
and a source of
heat. Right. That's ignition. The traditional. And then what they do is they show a circle around those three junctions, and they call it a chemical chain reaction. So certain fire extinguishers are designed, like halon, for example, in data centers, to break a chemical chain reaction that also puts out the fire. So those are the three techniques to use. But Dave's right. Our intention here is the fire extinguisher and the water are simply to protect the surrounding areas. We are going to let it burn out in the fire pit. That's the goal. That's what we're going to do. And I also want to see how well the bag does in actually containing the flame.
Absolutely.
I'm very interested in that part.
This whole video is about the bags themselves.
Right.
Nothing else, just the bags.
All right. All right, so we're going to get this one set up. We're going to punch a hole in that first battery, and we'll see what happens.
Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Okay.
All right, hold on. Let me put some safety glasses on at least.
Yeah, wear your safety goggles.
Safety, safety, safety.
Safety, safety. All right, here we go. First battery. This is just a control, just to see what it does. So this is a 3-cell 2200. It's charged up to 4.2. All right, Dave, let her rip.
All right.
There it goes.
There you go.
And
now, we'll see if there's another cell ready to...
Yeah, we'll wait. Yeah.
Oh, we got to wait. We got to wait.
We're not falling for that trick.
Yeah, most people say they explode, but what happens is they pop like a balloon because the gases expand, but it's not a real bomb explosion. Sounds like it.
Yeah.
They just burn hot, that's all.
They do burn hot and fast.
Oh, yeah? I think all 3 of the cells have popped, right? Can you see with your zoom on the lens?
No, you know what? Honestly, it looks like the one on the end has not.
Has not.
Yeah, it looks
popped
like
yet.
that one still has not popped.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna need to pop it.
We either need to pop it or.
Now we need to pop it.
Yeah, but let's not put that on the camera.
There you go. There we go. We got that third one popped.
Oh, that is actually funny that the heat of the other 2 burning did not melt the third one.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's why I'm putting multiple batteries in the bags too, because my
Yeah.
expectation is one battery goes bad. That's the idea of the experiment. One battery
Yeah.
goes bad, but because it burns, everything in the bag burns with it.
Absolutely.
That's what I had. That's what I thought.
So I really thought that all 3, once you pop one of the cells, the heat from that one would just blow all 3 of them up, and it didn't happen that way. That's curious. That's very dangerous because you'll think it's done, and you go to get it, and the other one pops, and that's when you get burned. So you got to be really, really, really careful with these guys.
Yep, 100%.
Really careful.
Yep.
Now keep in mind that was fully charged.
That
also.
was fully charged, but yeah, you know, if you go into the field,
Absolutely. So that's just another reason to store them at storage voltage.
Right.
Just another
take
reason.
out that potential energy.
Oh yeah. Take 5 minutes. Buy a little something to do it with, whatever. Yeah.
All right, we'll get this one cleaned up and we'll start the next experiment. All right, next up is the battery pouch, and we've got 2 4-cell 2200s in there. Dave's gonna activate it whenever he's ready. You got your safety goggles on?
Yep.
All right, let's do
Here
it.
it goes. Ooh,
Oh, there it goes. All right, let's see what the bag does. You know, be honest with you, Dave, I haven't seen like bright orange flame coming from any of this stuff anyway.
No.
It's been blustery and noisy, but mostly smoke.
Yeah, the idea that they explode, boom, like a nuclear bomb, you know, it's just, I've never seen that like that. They just burst into flames, yes, but they expand and pop the plastic, and then there's that reaction. Now, anything around them will catch on fire if it's flammable immediately, of course.
Well, and that's part of the test because that's why we put 2 batteries in there.
There you go.
All right, let's open this bag up and see what's going on inside. Okay, we're going to open the bag up and see if both batteries went. I don't think they did. I think only one bag went, so I'm going to be very careful opening this up. There it goes. Hey, yeah, look. All right, what you guys may not have caught there was that during the initial fire, it didn't go. I went over to start opening up to see what happened inside, and it went. This is why you got to be really careful with this kind of thing.
Yeah, but we were aware of that.
We were aware. We were ready
absolutely.
for it. Yep,
oh,
we
yeah.
were ready. That's why we had the gloves, and we were being on high alert that that was going to happen. So I would say, but we still don't know if all of them burnt.
No, there's going to be more there.
Yeah.
There's
So
be
I'm
more.
gonna open this bag up and empty it out inside the pit. Okay. There's another cell. So another activation. Yep. Another activation. Yep, no doubt about it. That's definitely another activation. So this is a good lesson. If you do encounter a LiPo fire, just because the smoke stops, don't assume you're out of danger. That's part of what I'm learning with this little event. You got to make sure that it's completely wasted. You know, the battery's completely destroyed. So don't take any chances.
Absolutely.
Now, while that's going on, we still have another battery in there that has not been damaged. So we're going to light that one. But in the meanwhile, I wanted to give you guys a look at the bag. I'm actually impressed at what a nice job it did with the bag. The bag does not actually look damaged. Now, of course, when you've had a fire, throw it away. You're done. You throw it in the garbage. But the bag held up. That's the point. It did not disintegrate. So I would say there is an argument to be made that by putting these in a bag, you certainly can it minimally reduce the amount of damage, or as Dave said in the beginning of the video, give yourself some time to react.
Yeah, buy yourself some time to save other things. Just
you know, maybe park the car and get out of the car.
Get out of it. Yeah, bring it out of the shop. Just kick it out.
Yeah.
You know, so it burns out where there's no, so you don't lose your house, your car. So it buys you some time.
Yeah. See, there it goes.
There goes
another one. See, there you go. This is a great lesson, man. Great safety lesson. If you do have an exposure, you better be ready.
Yeah, this is something we did basically for you guys, for
Yep.
everybody out there, so you don't do it. Just be aware of these batteries. Please put them away, save them at 3.8 volts storage voltage. And we don't really love doing this, but it's part of the videos. It's part of the
Educational
information,
process.
educational for you. So there you go.
And what I really want to stress is just because the smoke stops, don't think you're done.
Nope.
That's what I would stress about this. Don't think you're finished.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, Dave, let's creep up and see it. I'm gonna take a look and see. Nope, we got one full battery that's completely undamaged. So all those secondary incidents all came off the original battery.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely a good lesson. I
Yeah.
was not aware of that. I thought once you popped one and got it burning, that's it. I thought that entire cell would go up, the entire battery, all the cells would go up. All right, come on in. Let's get a look at. You can come in on that side. Let's get a look at the battery that's left. Now you absolutely cannot trust that battery. If it's been in a LiPo fire, even if it looks undamaged, dispose of it. Don't keep it. You can't trust that battery anymore.
You know, the more dangerous things we do, the more you're gonna get reamed and.
I know, but it'll be fine. All right, we have to
ahead.
dispose of the secondary battery, so it's got to go. There you go.
There you go.
Whoa, there's
There's
a
the other
fire.
one.
That's
There's
what
the
we're
fire.
looking for.
All right, and it's under control. It's staying inside the concrete block, so we're good. We got the extinguisher over there and the hose. There you go, and that's it. It's the pop, and we did get a fire this time.
Yeah, we definitely got a fire.
So they do react a little different. But still, if you're treating them well and this happens, you shouldn't lose your house or your car unless you're doing it in the wrong place, meaning the charging or the discharging.
Look at that,
There goes
man.
another one.
More secondary events. Boy,
Yeah.
that is a real lesson in this. Don't think you're out of the woods just because you see one event.
Well,
better
you
make
need
sure.
to hear the whoosh, how many cells you got. So if you got a 5 cell, you want to hear 5 whooshes.
Yeah, but you may not be able to hear that if it's in a bag or if
Oh.
two of them go off together.
You better believe it.
So
Just
that's,
be careful.
Yeah, be careful, man. That's the lesson. Don't breathe that stuff either.
Nope.
Fascinating. All right, inside this bag, I've got a 3-cell 2200. I've got another 3-cell 2200. These are fully peaked up. That is a 4-cell 2200. That is a 4-cell 2200, and that is a 3-cell 2200. So again, the objective with this bag is to emulate what you might be doing on a typical fly day, what you might be doing when you go to the field. So I'm going to set my nail on the 6L5000. I don't know if I mentioned that, but 6L5000 in there as well. And then we're going to zip this one up. We want to seal it. And again, the objective in this particular test is to understand if the air capacity inside the bag has an effect on how it burns. Okay, we're going to puncture the 6L5000. Same mechanism as before. The bag is sealed up. Here we go. Ooh, pop, pop. Look at the bag. It's puffing. Can you see the bag puffing up?
I can't see it from here. I only see smoke.
Yeah, it's definitely puffing.
Oh, yeah. Now I got it. Yeah. Yeah, that's all the chemical being released.
Yeah, that's energy.
Pressure. Oh, yeah. You better believe it.
And we have so many batteries in this one, the secondary and tertiary ignitions can go on for quite some time. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on this one for a little while, I think.
There's a lot of batteries in there, man.
There's a lot of energy in that
You
bag.
better believe it.
There it
There goes
goes.
another one.
There's another one. And now that heat's going to be cumulative inside there, so I expect this should escalate.
Yeah.
And oh, look at the smoke coming out of the side pocket now.
Yeah.
Oh, the zipper melted.
Zipper melted, the heat.
Yep, there it is.
And we are standing actually quite far from
Yeah,
it. This
we're-
thing is zoomed in.
Yeah, we're 6-7 feet away from
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Yep, the zipper's gone. Yeah, so regarding the equipment, if you do have a LiPo fire, and this is true for any fire service equipment, if it's actually used, you either have it inspected and repaired, to standard, or you dispose of it and start new. Nothing different for these LiPo bags. If you actually encounter a LiPo fire, I don't care if you think the bag looks okay, dispose of it and get a new one. It's not worth it if you're relying on this for safety. Got to be a lot of heat in that bag. And it's about 85 degrees outside right now in the sun. It's probably a little warmer. Okay, we're still waiting for a tertiary. I've only seen the primary and a secondary. I have not seen a tertiary yet. And there's a lot of battery in there, so I'm surprised it hasn't gone yet. Aside from the zipper, it does look like the bag is held up well. The panels are okay. Actually, now that I'm closer, the zipper is actually okay. The teeth are still intact. But there's smoke coming out somewhere. So it looks like the zipper, it looks to me like the zipper separated from the bag lid right there. That's what it looks like. Yep. But the zipper teeth actually held on okay. All right, well, I kind of want to open it up and see what's going on because it does not look like, I mean, at this point, it's just getting cooler and cooler. I mean, I know there's structural integrity damage to the cells, but I don't know, man. I kind of want to open it.
And that zipper is going to be all melted together now.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be easy to open.
Well, let's try. I'm going to lift that lid open and see what's going on inside.
Okay.
I'm going to try and be a little disruptive to whatever's left in there. There's no way all those batteries went.
No, there isn't.
Oh. So this presents a conundrum, right? At some point you have to decide what you're going to do. I guess the safest thing to do would be to pull up a chair, crack a couple of cold ones, and watch for a while.
Just sit out here.
I think that's the right answer because opening it up, you risk getting burned, and leaving them unattended, you risk burning things.
We should have done this on a Saturday. Break out the grill, the beers, the cooler, some music, and just sit out here for a couple hours.
That's all I need is my wife sitting in another chair 3 feet away going, you two are a couple of idiots.
Oh, you were able to open the zipper. I didn't think you were going to be able to do it. I thought that zipper was going to be melted, and it wasn't. Amazing. Well, from here, I can't see nothing in there. Let me get a little closer.
Come on over and take a look at what's going on in here.
Okay.
All right, so we definitely...
No kidding. They did burn.
Yeah, well, not all. I don't think they're all... That's still...
Okay, that
I think
one's
that's
still
got
good.
some stuff there.
Yeah, we can fly that one tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll fly it tomorrow. Let's try... I'm going to try and damage it. I don't see.
Yeah, because we already saw the bag working, and we saw what happens with a bunch of them in there.
There, got something to pop.
All right.
Well, for me, the answer on the bag performance is the bag did its job, right?
Absolutely.
It sacrificed itself. It looks terrible right now, but it did its job. Whatever we had in there that burned, it contained it. So, I have to give the bag props for that.
It saved your house and your car.
All right.
Yeah.
You might have to deal with some smoke damage.
Oh, yeah.
But your house isn't burned down.
That's right.
By the way, I'll have affiliate links in the description for the 2 bags I used in this test if you'd like to get them for yourself. I got them on Amazon.
I store all my batteries in LiPo bags. I got the other ones that are a little thicker.
All right.
And I do that. I like them.
There's another one.
There's another one.
There you go. That's what I was waiting for.
You know what?
There we go. Now we're getting our reactions I was hoping for. Let's not breathe that, Dave.
No. Oh, yeah, there you go. I'm going to come this side. Oh, we should have done a aerodynamic wind test with all this smoke. Yeah, I'm not being able to see anything.
That's okay. Get that.
There you
That's
go.
good.
I'm good now. I'm just trying to get away from the smoke.
Yeah, don't breathe it.
There you go. There goes another one.
This is what I was expecting when we first punctured it, were all these secondary, tertiary reactions. That's what I was expecting. So I'm glad to see it burning out. That's good. Another
There's
one.
another one.
Yep.
Yeah, we want them all to burn out.
Yeah, they're cooking off now.
So when you have several lipos, which this is a question I had, the way I store mine, I store 3, 4, even 5 lipos in the same bag.
There goes another one, by the way.
Yeah, and then that I have inside of a metal case. My desk is a metal desk out in the garage, so I'm a little overprotected. But I was always wondering, man, if one of these batteries catches on fire, it's going to explode the whole thing all at once, and that is not the case. They actually, what they do is actually pretty good, because one cell goes, then it kind of calms down, then the next cell goes, and it's kind of like somewhat of a controlled burn.
Yeah.
It's not all at once, because that would be a lot of energy all at once.
It's almost like a candle, you know,
Yeah.
where a candle wax controls the wick.
Exactly.
There goes another one right there.
There you go. So kind of one at a time, which is a better solution than, you know, it's a better outcome for us than all of them going up at once.
There goes another one. That's definitely another cell. Man, that smoke is following us.
Yeah.
Every time we move, it comes back our way. Like a campfire.
Another one? I heard it.
Yeah,
There you
sir.
go.
Yep, there it goes. Yep.
Well, I am glad they are all burning, because messing with that thing with cells that have not burnt yet is not a good idea at all.
Well, I mean, you know, I'll tell you what, another big benefit of this video to me, Dave, is that we did learn some safety handling lessons that include don't make assumptions about whether or not those batteries are burned out. You have to verify.
Oh,
And you have to treat it, you treat it like a weapon. You just assume that it's loaded. That's the way
Yeah.
you have to approach this. You have to assume that it's ready to catch fire at any
Yeah.
moment. And that's the way you'll stay safe handling them. The bag is right and properly destroyed at this point. You definitely wouldn't want to use that. Let's try and clear this out a little bit, and I'm gonna get my bucket. Ooh, yeah, that's still hot. And it went back up again. There you go. Don't assume anything.
Is that actually the bag material burning?
Yeah, I think it is.
That is the bag material now burning.
Yep, I think it is.
The material for the bag got hot enough now where that caught on fire. You know something that I noticed? It caught on fire after we opened it. It was not really on fire. It was hot and smoky, but when we opened it and provided that oxygen,
Yep.
that's when the fire started. So I guess something else we can take out of it when you do have it, just give it time until it's absolutely 100% cold before you open it. I mean, for video purposes, we got to get this done. But yeah, because that's probably what made it catch on fire, is it was very hot, ready to burn, but there was no oxygen in it. As soon as we introduced the oxygen, then the fire came out.
Exactly.
There you go. Now the hose is safe to use because the lithium is all burnt up.
Right. It's not about the chemical at this point.
It's a bunch of very expensive charred paper.
You can still hear that stuff cooking off in there. Yeah, not yet.
And that is to cool it all down and put out anything that is not a lithium fire,
Exactly.
like the plastics and papers on the batteries, whatever.
That's under control at this point.
All right.
There you go. That's
All right, here.
that's the scene of devastation that I was looking for.
The scene of devastation.
Scene
That
of
sounds like the name of a movie.
It does.
The scene of devastation.
All right, that wraps up our LiPo bag safety test. And what I would say about the bags is that they were effective containing the fire. The big bag did not catch on fire until I opened it. The little bag didn't catch on fire at all. I would say in both cases, they're destroyed. I wouldn't rely on them again, obviously, so toss them. And that's what the LiPo battery looks like after it's been burned. So my lessons in this, first and foremost, are if you have a LiPo fire, do not make any assumptions about whether or not that fire is finished. You need to treat it like a loaded weapon. Assume it's loaded, assume it's going to do damage, and you have to be very cautious in the way you operate. The second one is that we saw not simultaneous ignition. Even though we drove a nail through at least a couple of cells, I kind of expected all the batteries to go up together, and that's not what happened. They went up one by one. Dave, what did you take away from it?
I always thought that you hear about people talking about them exploding.
Yeah.
The explosion is more a pop because of the pressure of the plastic. The biggest thing is, please, please, please do not put batteries away fully charged. Put them away at discharge, at storage voltage, because that minimizes, even if you do have a fire, it minimizes your risk, it minimizes the energy, and the battery, the LiPo bags do work. They help you. They are not perfect, but they do work.
Yeah, I would say they definitely contain the fire, the flame part. No doubt.
They buy you time, if not, and more. I mean, you know, I don't think anything around that would have caught on fire within a foot or two.
Certainly not in the period of time, if you're paying attention to the fact that you're working with LiPos, that you could have taken some action, some corrective action, like getting them outside, right?
Absolutely.
That'd be the response. Okay, that wraps up our LiPo safety bag testing. If you like this kind of content, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know new videos hit the channel. That's all I've got for today. Take it easy.
All right, guys, hasta la vista.
And go fly something.
Oh, you know what, man? After this, we need to see what kind of flight time we get on that battery.
You might have, that might be manual power flight time for that one.
You got the hot dogs ready?
I'm not eating a hot dog over that fire.
It is called the hot doggy to the lithium polymer.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either, but it sounds kind of cool.
It sounds cool.
Yeah, the hot doggy to the lithium polymer flavor.